Good day, Miss Torres. I am Paul Jason Yu, your student from CBM121, subject code 10974. For the first part of this video, I am going to discuss about the external environment. The reference I use is Barry J. Witcher's book, Absolute Essentials of Strategic Management. The external environment are the conditions outside of the organization that affects the organization and its industry, particularly those that have effect on the intensity of the competition. The PESTEL framework is the most systematic and most used method in classifying and analyzing macro-environmental trends in strategic management. PESTEL is a mnemonic for political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal factors. PESTEL is a framework used by marketers to identify all the various external factors which may influence a business. The objective is to determine how the different external factors affect the performance of companies. While the PESTEL framework comprises 6 categories, it is essential that it is used as an integrated and not fragmented view of changes and trends. It is concerned with managing the big picture and not with isolated trends. The PESTEL process should be kept as simple as possible, with the big picture always kept central. Pestle analysis mainly focuses on monitoring and reviewing long-term trends. However, there are also events that cannot be foreseen easily. These are called structural breaks. Structural breaks are crucial and unpredictable external occurrences which would certainly require a rethinking of the objective and strategy of an organization. An example of a structural break was the economic recession of 2008, for it was not foreseen and it took everyone by surprise. Now, we are going to talk about industry life cycles. The industry life cycle compares the life of an industry to that of a living organism. It has 4 stages: introduction, growth, maturity, and decline stages. Michael Porter introduced the industry profitability in 5 competitive forces framework, which is perhaps the most important contribution to thinking about competitive strategy. These 5 forces and how they affect each other determines an industry's profitability. These 5 forces are threats of new businesses, bargaining power of customers, bargaining power of suppliers, the threat of substitute products and services, and rivalry among competitors. Rivalry among competitors is the central and most powerful force and is influenced by the 4 other forces. That is all for the topic external environment. In the next part of the video, I'm going to talk about my company research case analysis about Jollibee Foods Corporation. In my research case analysis, Jollibee Foods Corporation or JFC has 2 central issues that needs to be addressed. First is, with their plans of expanding globally, how can they achieve company globalization? Another dilemma is that 2 people applying for their franchise is eyeing for the same location. The problem is, to whom will they grant the franchise between the 2 applicants? In the first dilemma, the company could consider diversification, market development, or co-branding as alternative courses of action to achieve company globalization. In my case analysis, I made a decision matrix in order to weigh the possible alternative courses of action. In the decision matrix, the most plausible action to take in terms of risk, cost, benefits, and ease of implementation is market development. The company can use market development as their main strategy in their pursuit of company globalization. This means that they will focus in granting franchises of Jollibee in foreign countries. This way, it will enable them to penetrate foreign markets. This strategy will require work from JFC's different departments. Upon granting the franchise to the franchisees, the HR department is responsible for the training of employees and staff. The marketing department plays an important role, for they will be the ones responsible for market research, product development, and advertising. The operations management will be the ones responsible for the day-to-day operations of the JFC. In order to expand the company's global influence, this means JFC has to open franchise stores in foreign countries, as this is the chosen strategy. In order to generate goodwill and build a name for itself globally, JFC should market its products effectively. This could be achieved with marketing employees coming up with innovative ways in marketing the company's products. Good customer service is also vital in generating goodwill for the company. Trainers should properly train their trainees in order to develop skilled employees. Employees in the lower levels are important. They are the ones dealing with customers of JFC in the daily operations, and good performance is expected from them. With employees doing their jobs efficiently, customers become satisfied. This will create goodwill for the company, increase the number of their customers, and thus expanding their business, especially on a global scale. For the second problem, JFC has to decide to whom should they grant the franchise between the two applicants eyeing for the same location. First, they should consider the track record of the applicants. Will he or she contribute to the company's name? So, in order to assess the applicant's track records, JFC should do a background check. The department involved here is the Human Resource Division. JFC could make a contractual agreement with an outsourced background checking agency. This outsourced agency can do the background check for JFC. JFC can then weigh in and decide to whom it will grant its franchise.